Students, in this module we'll be studying about the genetic disorders. Fine. So first of all, we should know that what exactly the pedigree analysis is. Fine. It is the study of inheritance of genetic traits in several generation of a family. Fine. So if we are studying the genetic traits in several generation of a one family, that is said to be the pedigree analysis, in which you can see here the flow chart. See, the male is represented by a square, the female is with the circle. Fine. This is the sex unspecified. If the sex is unspecified, affected individual is represented by this. Then this represents the mating. This represents the mating between relatives. Fine. Similarly, so on. So it helps in genetic counseling to avoid the genetic disorders. Fine, students. So the idea that disorders are inherited has been prevailing in the human society since long, and this was based on the heritability of certain characteristics features in families. After the rediscovery of Mendel's work, the practice of analyzing inheritance pattern of traits in human being began, and since it is evident that control crosses that can be performed in pea plant or some other organisms are not possible in case of human beings, history of the family study of the family history about inheritance of a particular trait provides an alternative. So such an analysis of trait in a several of generation of a family is said to be pedigree analysis. Fine, students. And in the pedigree analysis, the inheritance of a particular trait is represented in the family tree over generation. Fine. Now, as you have studied in this chapter that each and every feature in any organism that is controlled by one or the other gene that is located on the DNA present in the chromosome. DNA is the carrier of genetic information, students, and it is hence transmitted from one generation to the other without change or alteration. Fine. However, changes or these changes do not take place occasionally. So such changes in the genetic material is referred to as mutation. We have already discussed what is mutation, students. Now talking about the genetic disorders. Fine. So first of all, we have the Mendelian disorders. Fine. We are having two different categories here, students. First one we have is the Mendelian one, and second we have is the chromosomal disorders. Right. So Mendelian disorders are mainly determined by alteration or mutation in the single gene. So if mutation occurs in the single gene, fine, this is what it is related with the Mendelian disorder, and it obeys the principle of Mendelian inheritance during transmission from one generation to the other. For example, students, we have the hemophilia, fine, we have the color blindness, color blindness, cystic fibrosis, fine, we have phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia, thalassemia. So in our syllabus we'll be dealing up with the hemophilia, phenylketonuria, color blindness and sickle cell anemia. Fine. Now students, what are chromosomal disorders? So basically they cause due to absence or excess or abnormal arrangement of one or more chromosomes. Fine. So if there is alternation in the chromosomes, it can be one or more, that is due to the chromosome. It is basically the chromosomal disorder. For example, students, we have the Down syndrome, we have the Klinefelter syndromes, and we have the Turner syndrome. Fine. Now talking about the hemophilia, right? This sex-linked recessive disease which shows its transmission from unaffected carrier female to some of the male progeny has been widely studied. Now students, in this disease, a single protein that is a part of the cascade of proteins, it basically involved in the clotting of blood, fine, is affected, and due to this, in an affected individual, a simple cut will result in non-stop bleeding. Fine. So if somebody is suffering from this very disease, like the female is the carrier, fine, so it is basically, it shows the transmission from unaffected carrier female to some of the male progeny. Okay. And what will happen, like if a simple cut is there, so that results in non-stop bleeding, and the heterozygous female carrier for hemophilia may transfer this disease to sons. Students, the possibility of a female becoming a hemophilic is extremely rare because mother of such a female has to be at least carrier and the father should be hemophilic. Fine. Like the family pedigree of Queen Victoria shows a number of hemophilic descendants as she was a carrier of this disease. You can see here, students, father with hemophilia, that is represented by the XH. Fine. Two sex chromosomes are there, students, XY in male and similarly XX in female. So mother is unaffected by the hemophilia. Possible outcomes for each progeny will be like no son will have hemophilia, fine, or all daughters will be carrier, that is XH and X. Now see, students, this is XY, that is the father unaffected by hemophilia and mother is the carrier of hemophilia. We all know, students, that we must have we have studied the sex determination in humans, right? So as simple as that, like we are having X, Y and we are having X and X, fine. So if this X get fused up with this, XX is formed. Similarly, if this X get fused up with this X and so on. We have already done this thing, but simply we just have to put the XHY because if the person is hemophilic, fine. So if the person is carrier basically. So possible outcomes for such progeny can be like this, like 25% sons without hemophilia, 25 daughters are then not a carrier, sons with hemophilia 25%, similarly 25% daughter carrier of hemophilia. So such these four possible outcomes can be there. Now students, look here, father with hemophilia. You can see here father is having XH, so father with hemophilia, and mother is the carrier for the hemophilia. So you can see XH. So at that time the possible outcomes are like this. If you make the cross, how will you be making the cross, students? Look here. See, if this XH get fused up with this XH, fine. So you can see here XH is formed, fine. Similarly, if this XH get fused up with this X, so we have XH and X, right? Similarly, if this Y get fused up with this XH, so we have the XHY, and the last one is Y and X, that is XY. Fine, this is how we make the cross, students. Now, female suffering from the disease only in homozygous condition and female becoming hemophilic is extremely rare because mother of such a family at least carrier and the father should be hemophilic. Fine, for this case to be happen, students, the mother of such a female at least carrier and the father should be hemophilic in this very case. Fine. Affected transmits the disease only to the son, not to the daughter, students. Fine. Those who are affected, they only transmit this disease to the son and not to the daughter. Daughter can receive the disease from both mother and father in this case. Next we have is the color blindness. Fine. Although we are not having color blindness in our syllabus, but I would like to give you information about this very topic also, students. Here the X-linked disorder in which person cannot identify few colors. Fine. So the normal human retina contains two kinds of light, like we have sensitive cells, the rod cells and the cone cells. Fine. Normally they are the kinds of cones, each one sensitive to a specific range of wavelength, like red cones, we have green cones, blue cones. These are the types of color blindness. Fine. Not in our syllabus, students. Next we have is the sickle cell anemia. So this is an autosome linked recessive trait that can be transmitted from parent to the offsprings when both the partner are carrier for the gene. Fine. So when both the parents are carrier for the gene, they can transmit this from this to the offspring. And the disease is controlled by a single pair of allele, that is HBA and HBS. Out of 3 possible genotype, only homozygous individual for HBS show the diseased phenotype and heterozygous individual appear apparently unaffected, but they are carrier of the disease as there is 50% probability, students, of transmission of the mutant gene to the progeny. Thus, they exhibit basically the sickle cell trait, and this defect is caused by the substitution of glutamic acid, fine, glutamic acid by valine at the 6th position of the beta globin chain of the hemoglobin. So this is what the sickle cell anemia is, students. In sickle cell disease, the red blood cells become hard and sticky and they look like a C-shaped farm tool called a sickle. So you can see here, right? Next one we have is the phenylketonuria, students. This inborn error of metabolism is also inherited as the autosomal recessive trait, and the affected individual lacks an enzyme that converts the amino acids phenylalanine into tyrosine. As a result of this, phenylalanine is accumulated and converted into phenylpyruvic acid, fine, and accumulation of these in brain, it results in mental retardation. So if these gets accumulated in brain, students, what will happen? The mental retardation. And these are also excreted through urine because of its poor absorption by the kidney. So this is what all about today's module, students. Thank you.